Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Just making a video. It's been a long time. Was stuck with a lot of issues. Everything's cleared out, so just thought of making one video because we have this election result and the exit polls and all that. So just going to see some levels in Nifty and Bank Nifty on what are the possible levels that I would be interested in trading. First and foremost, I'm going to take the Nifty chart on the daily time frame, and a simple rule is follow what the chart is doing, right? The news is different, the news is apart, but just follow what the chart is doing, in especially when it comes to trading. That is what I tend to follow. So on this Nifty, the one channel that I would like to mark is probably a lot of people would have marked this channel. We are moving in this type of a channel. See, each time we come on the upper end of this channel, we take some kind of a resistance and we dip. And even recently, like last week, right, in May, uh, in the end of May, when we came here, we thought, a lot of people thought Nifty is going above 23,500 or maybe even higher. But see the beauty of this channel, where it just it was like a pinpoint touch of this channel, and then we had a nice dip from there. Right now, the next target on the downside is obviously the the lower end of the channel, and if this breaks, we could come further down, even probably until 21,000 if a bigger correction comes. That's the broader view. Now, just looking at how we can trade next week, I will reconsider this channel and see. I'm expecting this kind of a move where I'm just going to shift to a low time frame for 1 hour chart. So see, obviously, whatever the news came with the exit polls, right? Though it was not a surprising thing, like there was no any drastic change or a surprising news for everyone. It was kind of like an obvious thing, but still, the news came. There will be some positive reaction. So I'm expecting something like this where we'll make another high and then we will come down, right? So that is what my expectation is. Now, just moving back to the daily chart to just view this channel in the right way. So the plan for tomorrow and the next week, right? If there's a huge gap up, now we don't know how much will be the gap up because the results came after the kind of the US market were closed on Saturday, right? So the US future, sorry, the gift Nifty futures could not react to it. So we don't know whether how big of a gap up is it, but we will know tomorrow morning. So in case we get a huge gap up and start moving higher, right, I would keep this levels as my first target, the upper end of this channel. That is for tomorrow. Um, that is on June 2nd, June 1st, June 2nd. We could be somewhere close to 23,100 or 200, maybe a little higher is possible, but not if we get a very big open, and as soon as we open within the first 5 minutes, we hit this level 23,200. This is where I would not want to buy. I would want to wait. Maybe there'll be some violent moves, let all that settle down. If we get some kind of a nice confirmation to short here, I don't mind taking a shot, but not right at the opening. If as soon as we open and go here, all that I would want to do is just stay out of the uh, trading for the day. See, my whole point is I don't want to buy at this level. I would want to short at this level. But if we get a candle that is pretty strong, probably just close one day, at least tomorrow. Once again, how do I say, if I get a pretty strong candle close on an hourly time frame or whatever, and then if we kind of retest this trend line, probably get a close like this, retest this trend line, and then if things are convincing, if the option OI data is convincing, I would want to go long, but not go long right around this level, right? It's kind of obvious, right? You can see what's happening in the chart. So why go against what's happening, just assuming that because of some news we could break out? Definitely we could break on the upside of this channel, but I would not want to take the chance tomorrow. But if we get a nice short position, this is where I would want to short. If we open flat, if we don't get a very big gap up, right, we get a small gap up, then I would want to trade the small up move because I feel there is one more up move left. So if in case we get a pretty flat opening from today's the Friday's close, that is 22,500, say we open somewhere over here around 22,800 or something, then yes, maybe a small up move is possible, but not expecting to break this channel right away. If it happens, wait for a retest. That would be the most disciplined trade. See, there's very few times where, see, all this up move and this down move, obviously people would have made money, right? There's a very little chance of the market just breaking out and going in one way where you don't get a chance to enter. That doesn't happen. Maybe there will be a retest. If there is a retest, that is where I would want to enter if the market is going further up, right? So that's about Nifty. And before we go into Bank Nifty, what I want to see is the option premium prices in Nifty, right? Just checking the option chain. It's way too huge. 400, just like 4 days left to expiry on Thursday. 400. So in case you buy this and you decide to hold until say Thursday, if on Thursday, if Nifty is only about 22,000, sorry, 23,000, only then you'll make some money. Otherwise, if on Thursday Nifty is below 22,600 or 23,000, this premium we will be making loss. So option buying is not the best time because of the huge premium prices. Option buying and holding for a long time is not the best time, right? I'll just shift to a smaller 5 minute or a 15-minute time frame just to mark some more levels in the Nifty. So this is the all-time high level where I would want to mark and keep. There is a small gap that might get filled. Whenever there is a gap filled, there can be some kind of a reversal. So that is what I want to mark and keep. See, it'll be, see what happens whenever there's a gap, right? Based on the gap theory, either this gap can act as a resistance, or if we can fill this gap, there might be a short reversal. Probably if we break this gap, come retest this gap, then we might get an entry. That could be one of the plan. That's why I'm marking this. And I don't think these levels, we should gap up at least above 22,600 is what I'm expecting because of the exit poll results and stuff. And anything on the lower side, we have good support. And never forget this channel. Because even if say the market goes up and comes down after Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever, if we break this, only then the market structure would change. Until now the market is bullish, it is just moving in a zigzag fashion like this. So until this trend line breaks on the downside, the market structure might change to a bearish market, right? So that's something that we'll have to track. And coming to the option premium, it's way too huge for option buying and holding it for a longer time. Probably option buying, scalping like within few minutes, trying to get in and get out, probably making use of the CPR levels would be a good option. Now, for example, this is the daily CPR, right? It's available on TradingView. Anybody can get it. If say we trade from a CPR level, see on this Friday, there was a beautiful reversal in Nifty in all the indices from this R1. That's one of my setups. It's there on my channel. A reversal from this R1 to CPR. So some short move like this, if we can capture, yes, option buying tomorrow and on Wednesday is good. But taking an entry and holding it for the next day or holding the entire day is not the best option. What I mean is, say you took a short position here, get out at this level, this is a good trade. Say you entered at over here because you knew from CPR it's going up, you exited when it came to this R1, this is a good trade. Entering, shorting here and holding the entire day thinking you'll get much bigger fall, that would be a wrong thing to do. That would be a wrong trade. So tomorrow CPR is here. So once again, I would use the CPR levels for some intraday scalping. That is, say if we get a gap, we have closed over here. I would love to see Bank Nifty, Nifty open flat, test the CPR, and then bounce from here. That would be a very good trade. But as you all know, that we might be getting a gap up. Say we get a gap up, wait for some pullback, right? I'll just shift to a 5 minute chart. If we get a gap up, wait for some kind of a pullback towards the previous day high or R1, and then see how uh, the price action is, and then think of buying. If we get a huge gap up above R2 somewhere in this region, then just stay out of the trade. Very less likely we will break this also and go up. If it happens again, once again, wait for some kind of a retest at a support level, right, or a resistance level. That would always be the best entry. So that is with respect to the option premium, way too huge. Got to be careful. But if somebody can deploy a strategy selling out of the options with like a covered strategy, right, a safe where you lose little, you make little. If you can, there are a lot of strategies that is there, insensible, pre-fed. If anyone can deploy that, obviously you need a little bit more capital. There's nothing like it. The option premiums are way too huge. For example, 24,000 is trading at 69, right? When did you see 1,000 point higher trading at 69, like few days left to expiry? So option premiums are way too huge. Option selling can definitely get us the money, but it should be a covered strategy, because in case the news gives us a one-way move, a naked option selling can just blow your capital within few seconds. Now let us just see the Nifty chart, if we can, and what levels I would be interested in trading. Sorry, the Bank Nifty. And Bank Nifty, we don't have a perfect channel, but this is the trend line that I would want to use. If this trend line breaks, I would want to be interested in a short. But otherwise, we could get, even if I try and plot a channel closer to this, it's not like a perfect channel. Probably only so much is what I can do, right? But apart from this channel in Bank Nifty, I would be pretty careful at this levels, 49,600 on the spot chart. In case we get a gap up, it's not pretty far, right? 700 points. We can even gap up 700 points. We have seen Bank Nifty gapping up, gapping down around 1,500 points. So in case we get a gap up here, maximum I'm looking at target is in the upper end of this channel around 50,500 or so. So once we come here and we get some kind of a rejection here, I don't mind trying a short attempt over here, either tomorrow or on Wednesday, right? And the same thing, if this channel breaks on the upside, only then, say we break this channel on the upside, then if we get some kind of a pullback and then a retest entry for the bullish trade is something that I would be interested in. And see, once again in Bank Nifty, I'm kind of expecting this type of a move where we go up, and then from here we could get some kind of a correction. And if this trend line breaks, say next week or the week following it, then the overall market structure would change for Bank Nifty, and this is where we could see the market becoming more bearish. There is a possibility we could retest this level of 44,000 or 45,000 if we get a big correction. And Bank Nifty premium prices are way too huge. It's trading around 950 and just 2 days left to expiry. So if you take this and hold until expiry thinking you're going to make a lot of money, Bank Nifty should close above 50. See, at the money, 49,200 is trading at 950. Bank Nifty should close above 50,200 on Wednesday for you to make some money in this. If Bank Nifty closes at 49,200, you would be losing 950 points. If we close somewhere over here, you would be losing half of what is there, half of whatever you've invested would be lost. So buying options and holding it for a longer time, this is not the right time. If you can, if people have the capital, selling options with a covered strategy where if you lose little, you make little, instead of naked option selling, that would be the best option. And once again in Bank Nifty, if someone has the expertise of scalping, right? Now I'm just going to make use of the CPR levels again. Expertise mean, say you trade in 1 minute or a 3 minute candle and capture the option premium spike. See, whenever you get this type of a move, like whenever you get this type of a continuous spike, the premium spike, whatever, if the premium is high or low, you get a spike in the premium, and try and capture this type of a spike and get out where it happens like pretty, not the entire day. Now, for example, this fall on Friday, when the market fell, the premiums would have definitely jumped big time, 49,000 to 49,700, at least on 200, 300 points, it would have jumped, right? So if somebody has the expertise and the experience to capture that, that would be the best thing to do tomorrow and day after. That can be pretty rewarding scalping. Other than that, somebody is new to the market, they should just stay out of trading. And the CPR levels I have is over here. Again, in Bank Nifty, I would love to see Bank Nifty open flat, take support here and bounce. This would be a good trade. If we get a huge gap up, then wait for some kind of a pullback until this R1 or R2, and then see if we can trade. If we get a gap up, see Bank Nifty, the levels, the all-time high level is coming over here, right at about 49,600. And it's not pretty far off from where we are, about 700, 800 points. If we get a huge gap up, like say 1,000 points, 1,300 points, opening itself, we cross 50,000, then just stay out and just see what happens in the market. Follow this channel that we saw on the daily time frame and look for a short position, not at the opening, probably later on in the day, depending on how the market behaves. So that's it from my side. Let's see how the market goes. I'll try and make a video tomorrow and day after tomorrow just to see what are the possible ways we could have traded. Thank you.